Plus. What the fuck? April 7th to 10th. God damn it. Little piece of shit. Sorry.
All right, welcome back to the Star Wars with Daddies. Yes, sir. How you doing today, Afton?
Doing pretty good. In case anyone was wondering, Star Wars Celebration is April 7th to 10th of this year.
You told me it was May.
Yeah, I know. That's why I had to reiterate it, because I googled when is Star Wars Day 2023, and it came up with the 2022 date. Oh my gosh. Oh, I gotta look away.
All right. So did you watch Bad Batch?
Yes, sir.
Let's go gravy. All right. Did you like it?
Yes, sir. It was quite bussin'. You want me to elaborate? You want to elaborate, Fun Mulcahy? How about I elaborate and you make fun of me?
Okay.
Bad Batch looked like a side hustle mission. Bad things happen. No. Sid has another mission for them because they can't find another way to put this into the plot. Wrecker and Omega go inside. Omega is having issues with her brain because her buddy left her. Echo's gone. Omega character development, kind of nice to see. Now they're stranded on this random planet. Sid doesn't care about them. Lost ship because Wrecker's not a good watch guard whenever he can't see something that he's supposed to be watching. There's a lot of weird stuff that happened in this episode, but anyways, character development with Omega is my favorite part about this. I'd be surprised if they didn't get the ship back because they gotta play into her being such a wuss and be like, oh, we watched Echo, but then they get the ship back, you know? What's your political opinion on Echo?
What is Obama's last name?
Michelle?
Alright. Out of 10, I'd probably get it a 7. It wasn't bad. I like that we're getting more than just one episode filler. Like, might be filler arc still, but at least it keeps you intrigued for the next episode, right? Because when those one episode arcs, like those pirate hunts, are just like, they're kind of the worst. Like, they're not very intriguing in any sense. But this kind of, it adds a little bit, right? I mean, at least they're acknowledging Echo left. At least, things are happening. Like, the ship leaving is kind of a big deal, right? Because that ship was pretty important. I mean, they were able to go into Imperial spots stealthily because of that ship, right? So with that, being taken away, that might affect long-term things. Overall, we had pretty good character arc on everyone but Hunter, I'd say, but that's because Hunter gets a character arc and development every other episode, right? Yeah. So overall, it was decent, but it was still relatively a filler kind of thing, right? Like, we didn't get a lot in the grand scheme of things, but it was more than we would in a generic filler episode, if you catch my drift. So it was good. I enjoyed it. I guess
7.5.
I'm intrigued to see what next week brings because they're at a pretty locked dead end right now. So, I mean, there's a lot of different possibilities. Are they going to get their ship back? I don't know. Are they going to get a new ship? I don't know. What happens with Echo? I don't know. There's a couple different interesting things that could happen. Anything else to break down about that?
No. I mean, I think this next episode is going to be spent mostly on the planet. And I just hope that they find some other civilization or something else interesting about the planet, as opposed to it being like The Mandalorian, where there's an entire episode of him talking with Grogu. Personally, it'd be more nice if they find some conflict and then Sid comes and rescues them, and then Rex comes and rescues them, or something like that. And either way, it provided me wondering, how are they going to get their ship back for the next episode? Sorry, forced to have it.
Yeah, there's stuff there. In Star Wars news today, Taiki Waititi's movie for Star Wars. We knew he was gonna have a movie coming out for a while now. Up and downs, like, it was looking like it was starting to catch a lot more heat. Then the newest Thor came out, and that kind of didn't. It performed pretty poorly. So with that performing poorly, the thoughts of him doing a Star Wars movie anytime recently dropped pretty significantly. So that was kind of discouraging. But then we're getting reports. All right, it's still happening, and it's in development. But we're going to be getting some sort of announcement regarding it during Star Wars Celebration, which Afton proudly announced when that was at the beginning of the stream.
May 7th to 10th.
What? You said April.
Same thing.
Okay.
Gosh darn it! Now I gotta look it up again. It's May 7th to 10th. I said April the first time because I looked up the wrong year.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
April 7th to 10th.
Okay, so April 7th to 10th. So that's when we should be getting some sort of announcement for this. And that's good because a Star Wars movie in the near future is nice. I mean, I would like to see something like that. The other thing was we are getting Ahsoka season 2. We all kind of figured we were because it is pretty much confirmed now there is a Mandoverse, right? Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Ahsoka, Skeleton Crew. They are going to be intertwined and connected, kind of like what the MCU was doing for a while, where they're all thriving to beat this one big bad guy, and they're all going to be intertwined. So with that in mind, we kind of figured we're getting a season 2, but we are getting confirms of this. We obviously don't know anything about it. We don't even have season 1 yet. We don't even have anything for a date. We're probably getting the dates that we're missing, like Skeleton Crew, Ahsoka, Acolyte, all these shows. We're probably getting some sort of an announcement at Star Wars Celebration.
Or May the 4th at the least. I hope by May the 4th. But Star Wars Celebration would be nice because it'd be sooner.
Yeah. And that's really it for Star Wars news. There's not a whole lot going on right now. Mandalorian season 3 comes out in about 2 weeks. Yeah, almost exactly 2 weeks.
March 1st? Sounds right.
Yeah. So, with that not too far around the corner, I mean, that's going to add a lot more every week just because that show has a lot to bring. And then Star Wars Celebration in the middle of that, not to mention the hot and anticipated video game Jedi
Fallen Order 2,
or what is it? It's Jedi
Survivor.
Jedi Survivor. And the book for that, I'm not going to lie, I've been pretty out of the loop when it comes to the books for Star Wars. We don't have a whole lot of hot prospects for books. This is going to be another big year in the High Republic department, which, I mean, again, is weak for any fan right now. But maybe that's going to catch a lot more fire with the shows like The Acolyte coming out, hopefully in the near future. Because that's supposed to be based around that time. And maybe it's going to be based around some of those characters. And in the case that it is, that's going to bring a lot more draw to those books and comics. But at the moment, there's not a whole lot to draw right there. And I don't know why we keep pushing it so strong. I think their books did pretty good last year. I know quite a few of them did really good. So, but we still have some books. We have that the Inquisitor book, the Jedi Survivor book. And there's another book or two coming out. And then also March 1st, some Lego sets. We got our 3 helmet sets they're all on the Lego website already. If you want to go check, Phase 1 Commander Cody, Phase 2 Captain Rex, and Bush Leia's helmet. I'm actually really intrigued. This is, in my opinion, way stronger than last year's helmet series by a decent margin for me personally. These all look, especially those clones. It's a little bit biased because that's the era of Star Wars that I grew up with, but I just think they look really crisp.
Yeah. I'm not really into buying any of the Star Wars helmets because if I buy one, I'm going to want to buy the entire series, but I could see myself going, okay, I'll buy the clones.
Yeah.
Or there's this group of people small that I'll buy. Like, they just make so many of them. Like Dark Trooper, no, that one's retiring the end of this year. No one's going to miss that one, really.
Or just iconic characters, right? Like Bush Leia's helmet isn't super iconic. Like, it is, but it's not that. Or like Luke's helmet, Red 5, that one that we got last year. It's iconic, but not iconic enough to, like, you want that. But Darth Vader's helmet is. I would consider buying that. Mandalorian's helmet is. I have that one. Rex's helmet is pretty iconic, so I would get that one. So I'm definitely excited for a couple of them. And then I think it is. I don't think there's any April drops for Legos. I think everything else is May, which It's a little disappointing, but it's also relieving because it's kind of annoying getting a set or two here every month. It's nice. It's nice when they do drop a bunch of sets at once because then you can just kind of plan around it instead of, all right, set here, set there, set here. So yeah. Another thing is, I mean, if you're listening to this any time besides now, doesn't apply to you. But right now, if you you're a Lego buyer, double VIP points ends today for the week. It was the last week, so quickly go jump on that. I think their Valentine's Day promotion's still available. I think it was like a Lego City ambulance car, so that was there too. So if you're a Lego buyer, go jump on that real quick before you gotta wait a little bit longer before the next double VIP point. Yeah, again though, not a whole lot of news to speak upon. Filler episode for the most part. Not a whole lot of news. We're about a month or two away from Star Wars Celebration, so it's a little bit of calm before the storm for news wise. Show wise, we're just getting ready, baby. Like we're kind of like we're about to be like kicking off. We're already started, but about to get crazy. We're about to have 2 shows going, then a couple books coming, then a new game coming.
Yeah. In 2 months, Star Wars is
technically 3 shows because we have that whatever that child's.
Oh yeah, the Young Jedi Adventures.
Yeah, that's coming out also. Oh, that's coming out May 4th. So I guess, but it's still in the same area.
Yeah. So I mean, in 2 months, Star Wars is gonna be these Star Wars with Daddies ain't gonna be 5 minutes long. They're gonna be.
This is the shortest stream we've had in a while. If we ended it here,
yeah.
I mean, usually we go 20 minutes and above. I think last week went like 18 minutes. This is the shortest one we've had in a minute. But I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about.
Mandalorian episodes, with the exception of a couple in season 1 and season 2, we could break down for 20 minutes just themselves.
Yeah. I guess the only thing is to plug our other stuff. Go check out the Mash and Apprentice Instagram. It's popping. Go check out our other podcast, Sports Ballers. I will give you a warning. It's a little bit PG-13 and above. We do swear a little bit there just because, sports make us angry. So keep that in mind. And yeah, I guess there's really not a whole lot of other things to talk about. If you guys got any questions, ask them whenever you want. I mean, our community has been kind of rising, and every once in a while on a what if video or what is video, we get a question and I'll answer with a long paragraph because, that's what this community is all about, is talking and having fun with this stupid, series that George Lucas made 50 years ago. So go ahead. If you got any questions, ask. If anything, any requests, we're pretty willing to make requests. We've been pretty good on the double upload a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. But we can, if you got a good video idea, we could throw something in there. And if it's literally nothing, if it's literally like maybe like a short worthy, right? Like we did a stupid Prime short, we'll do that. So yeah.
Anything else? Slaves for now, so give us ideas.
Say that.
I do apologize.
Yeah, anything you want to cover?
No.
Okay. We'll see you guys on the next stream. Don't forget, every Thursday, 7:30. Peace. Okay.